how they bounce back. I've been asking you that a lot.
Well, we got to stop turning the ball over. I mean, we talked all week on the Texas Tech. You can't turn the ball over, can't throw it to them. We did. We didn't defend. We didn't rebound. And then we just kind of laid it down, I think, which is really unfathomable. Yeah.
Your teams have traditionally been good on the road. This year they've not been very good on the road. Is that because you've got young, inexperienced guys, no leaders, not enough leaders? What?
I don't think it's young, experienced guys. I mean, we're struggling at the guard position. We turn it over too much there, but our front line has been there and done that multiple times. So that's not entirely true.
Coach, what do you think is motivating this team right now?
I think you always want to win. I think they think there's still a chance. I mean, we got, what do we got? 9 more games, something like that. 10 more games, whatever it is. We can get it turned around. We just need to string some wins together.
What's the latest on Huggins' stats?
As of yesterday, he was out. I haven't talked to him today. That's a solid I don't know.
You keep these guys from repeating some of the same mistakes that you keep seeing over and over. I mean,
obviously I'm not doing it very well. Whatever it is, I'm not doing it very well. I don't know, John. I mean, you know, we did some things against Texas Tech that, you know, you learn not to do in grade school. I mean, you don't throw a two-hand chest pass through people. You know, I don't know. I don't know sometimes what goes through their minds. They actually haven't been bad in practice. I mean, we haven't had really bad practices. I mean, we haven't had great practices, but we haven't had, you know, like bad practices.
has that been the most disappointing thing for you? That you just can't seem to figure out a way to get these guys to be more consistent?
Well, I think the most disappointing thing is when you look back at it, we opened the conference season with Texas Tech and we turn it over 22 times. We shoot 50% from the foul line and we lose by 3. Now, if we correct either one of those, we're 1-0 in the league at the time. Then we go to Kansas State and we're up 21, and we give that one away, and we lose that one at the end. Oklahoma State here. You look at the games that we could have, should have won, and all of a sudden you look and say, wait a minute, we got 5 or 6 wins now. We're in the middle of this thing, and we just have not closed games. We could have closed the Buffalo game at the first game of the year. All we got to do is make a free throw. We don't make one. All we got to do is get one stop. We don't get a stop. It's been a year of I guess near misses. We're not. You look at our record and you think that's a bad team. We're not as bad as our record shows. We should be a much better team.
In talking to a couple of your former players, they mentioned how you aim to develop good people, not just basketball players. Can you talk about how that mindset started for you?
That's how I was raised.
What was that?
That's how I was raised. It's a lot. It's kind of like, it's sort of like Christmas. You know what I mean? I get a whole lot more fun out of watching them open the presents that I give them than I do open the presents they gave me. I think it's more fun to give than receive. So, I think that's the basic premise behind it.
equivalent of a win.
Yeah, that would help. They wouldn't even have to put a bow on it.
You know, if you win tomorrow and Oklahoma State loses, you catch them, so you start working your way back into this a little bit. Is that how you approach it?
Well, we're not going to settle with being ninth. I mean, when you look at the league and how many games there are, I mean, there's opportunities there. We've got to win. I mean, it's simple. We can't keep giving games away, and we have given games away. The games where we've had 15 or less turnovers, we pretty much won. Games when we shot, 70% or better from the free throw line, we pretty much won. And those are things that are correctable. Those are things that you can come in here and spend time at and get better at.
You know, the other thing you look at here too is you get past this one, you got a week. You had 3 games in 10 days. You had a really tough stretch here. A lot of travel too.
Well, to put it mildly, the schedule maker hasn't been kind. He hasn't been kind at all. I mean, it's been rough, and it's particularly rough because of our travel schedule. I mean, we get back from Lubbock. I stayed to recruit, but they got back. My wife walked in the house at 5:15 a.m. I mean, it's ridiculous. And, and I understand TV and all that, but I mean, you got to tell TV at some point in time, man, that you can't play a 9 o'clock game in Lubbock and then have to come back and play again.
Well, consequently, you got these 1-game flips. You can't even work on problems. You're on to the next scout in the next game. You can't even really fix what you did the day before because you're already moving on to the next team. You've had to do that a couple of times.
You're going to have Saturday, Mondays. I mean, that's college basketball. I think everybody understands that. But I honestly think. I mean, everybody who comes in here. Lon Kruger says, "I don't know how you do this. I have no idea." He said, "We do it one time," and he said, "We always ask for a Saturday afternoon game." Well, we asked to play 2 when we weren't in school, so we could cut down on the travel. We could stay out there. I can't ask our guys to play Saturday and then we play again on Thursday. We're going to stay out there till Thursday. I can't do that. We've had as high a grade point average as anybody in the league. I think we've led the league in grade point average, in spite of all of this. So, and it's because we do try. We do come home after a game. But man, 5 o'clock in the morning that's rough. I don't care who you are or what you do. That's rough.
But you can catch your breath a little bit after the Texas game. You got a week before Kansas. You got an opportunity maybe to get on the better side of it, but maybe work on some things.
Yeah, well, John, we got back after the Texas Tech game on Monday at 5 o'clock. Now, obviously, you can't do anything on Tuesday.
Right.
So Tuesday's out. So Wednesday we just had them come in and shoot. Okay, we practiced yesterday. We'll practice today. And then, the same kind of thing. We're not going to do anything on Sunday. I don't know what we're going to do next week yet. That kind of depends on what happens and, what kind of feel I have for what they're doing. But
have you gotten rid of the flu with the guys? Is that all through the team yet?
I think so. I think they gave it to me. I took it away from them and I took it all.
That's a present you don't want to open.
No. That was a joke.
Hey, we were just happy you weren't there to give it to us yesterday.
I know. Should have seen Tony. Tony was sitting on the other side of the table last night at the radio. He wanted me to put a wool cap on. Listen to this now. Put a wool cap on and just sit there and sweat. He said that'll cure it.
That'll cure it?
Yeah.
A wool cap.
Yeah. Modern medicine miracles.
Yeah. He had people in agreeing with him. It's a bad thing.